Hello everybody, it's Phil here doing another Let's Play Splinter Cell Pandora tomorrow period correct. This is on a Windows XP machine with a GeForce 7800 GTX in order to get all the shadows and lights correctly. We are in Jerusalem, Israel.
Of Indonesia has submitted formal protests against supposed U.S. sorties across the Timorese border.
And if Indonesia's government continues to hamper our efforts to combat terror, we will make our displeasure known.
Has effectively driven the Dera Dandoa out of East Timor, crushing individual cells of guerrilla fighters. The situation in Indonesia should be resolved within. Have given U.S. troops for limited sorties onto Indonesian land, but only under supervision by.
Lambert, do you really think I need these two nannies? I'm a big boy, you know.
Sam, on this mission we have to work closely with the local authorities. It's related to the bank account we found on Salt's laptop. A large payment was made to a charity cover-up for a Syrian terrorist cell operating in Jerusalem.
I knew the Penguin was a benefactor, and?
You'll have more details once you get on site, big boy.
Alrighty, here we go. This is a very interesting mission. It's very long for starters, and quite a mix of being stealthy in the beginning, but also lots of weapons at the end.
Here's a cultural opportunity for you. The birthplace of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam.
So this is where all that peace and love came from.
Exactly. Recent attacks have led authorities to put a curfew in place, which is what accounts for tonight's peace. In other words, you should have basically empty streets.
Great. The fewer civilians, the easier my job gets.
This looks like a touchy mission. Brunton is coordinating with local intelligence.
Mossad?
Even better, Shin Bet.
Spooky. Who are we torturing?
Just you. First thing you're going to need is to retrieve your SC-20K.
Wouldn't it make more sense just to give it to me?
We have to barrel alter to reduce sonic placement. Only one man with those skills in the area. An old arms dealer / CIA plant working out of the back of a small shop. He'll be waiting for you. Details on your OPSAT.
Alrighty, so we used the SWAT turn, that's what it's called apparently, to get past that door. And here we're just gonna go underneath that window. There are two cops patrolling the area, so we're gonna freeze in a short moment and just wait for them to turn direction. So yeah, lights and shadows. This level would have been really difficult if you played it on a modern PC, because you're gonna have such a hard time finding the spots that are dark compared to when you are in light. So very unfortunate. I've seen a couple of Let's Plays that actually have played it on a new machine, and gee, it must have been a really frustrating experience. So if you haven't watched my other videos, this Let's Play video is part of a playlist, and it's to do with having this game display shadows and lights correctly. You need a Windows XP computer and the GeForce 7 series or older, or an ATI Radeon X1900 or older. And the lights and shadows are really beautiful in the Splinter Cell games.
אי אפשר לדעת. בכל אופן, העוצר הזה אינו נכפה וגם אינו נשלט. מצד שני, המשטרה נראית מאוד מתוחה. בדיוק, הם כבר לא שולטים בכלום. אתה חושב שתהיה עוד התקפה הלילה? אני לא יודע, אבל עדיף שלא נשאר באזור העיר העתיקה. אני יודע, אשתי ואני חושבים לעבור חזרה לתל אביב. נראה שהמצב פחות מסוכן שם. אתה באמת חושב כך? אין מקום מסוכן יותר מירושלים.
So here we're waiting until these two gentlemen have sat down, and we can just proceed ahead, and there's a pipe which we're gonna climb up. Now, you don't have to use the pipe, but it's just one of those things in Splinter Cell where you're given a few choices of how you play the level.
Have to go home.
Let me just finish my orange juice.
You can finish it in prison if you want.
Okay, I'm going. Fine.
I said now.
Gee, that guy's bossy. Orange juice, prison, no idea what's going on with those two. Okay, so we've got a courtyard here. I'm just gonna wait for him to look the other way, and then I'm gonna drop down. And we're gonna use our SWAT turns to go from boxes to boxes. And we're meeting up with a contact to get our main weapon. He modified it with a silencer, and it's just to the right. So now it's clear, and we can proceed. Quick save here. Save often in this level. You can get caught out easily, and there's a scripted scene
We just want
commencing.
the guns and the money, Saul. We'll take your life
So they're trying to rob him, so we just knock out
We
the
have
first
no
one,
choice. We need to
and
have
then we've
them
got a
dead.
bit of time to knock out the second guy.
You're Saul Berkowitz.
Oh, thank God you showed up when you did. You are Mr. Brunton's man, no?
Who were they?
Thieves. They shouldn't have been able to get this close to me. There must be something wrong with my security arrangements.
You've got something for me.
Yes. Only a small thanks compared to what I owe you.
Good. Feeling better with a warm gun in your hand?
Much thanks.
Your next objective is named Dahlia Tal. Brunton?
Ms. Dahlia Tal. She's a Shin Bet agent in deep cover with local terrorist cells.
She's our link to Norman Soth's terrorist connections. One of the choice nuggets of intel we pulled off Soth's laptop. Find Dahlia. She'll lead you to the mercenaries.
So yeah, I didn't mean to pick him up. I just wanted to talk to the guy.
You made some modifications.
If you like to give it a try, I know a discreet place nearby.
Yeah, that's another example of the game giving you a couple of choices. You can just proceed with the mission, or you can follow him, and he'll take you to a quiet area where you can test out the weapon. And usually in computer games you get rewarded when you do stuff like that, and there are some goodies that you can pick up. So again, using the SWAT turn move to go from crate to crate. I'm just gonna figure out where he's at. So you always want to make sure they're not looking your way, because then you get picked up pretty quickly.
Hey, please. Can you tell me when the curfew ends?
No idea. We had an incident in the Christian area this morning.
Was it serious?
Pretty serious, but less than the one last week. Now be quiet.
God, this city is becoming more and more dangerous.
Alright, you're just waiting for that cop to go down that little passage, and then we can proceed to the right. Now, where the light is coming out of that room, there's someone in there, so try to stick to the right side of this wall, and he should not be able to see anything. And here we are. This is the quiet area where we can test our weapon, and he's basically giving us a little bit of an induction, and we also get a really nice view of Jerusalem. So we're getting a sticky shocker and airfoil.
Here we are. Feel free to play, but don't fire any bullets. I couldn't make it any quieter without sacrificing accuracy and range.
And here you can just try out the scope. There's a couple of lights down there, you can actually shoot them out.
I calibrated the optics on your scope. I think you'll like the effect. Of course, it's still sensitive as a butterfly's wing. You'll probably have to hold your breath to get a steady shot. I calibrated the optics on your scope. I think you'll like the effect. Of course, it's still sensitive as a butterfly's wing. You'll probably have to hold your breath to get a steady shot.
I'm pretty sure that was Dahlia.
Oh crap, get down. Somebody's coming.
Yeah, what I was trying to say is, you can sometimes shoot out lights from an area you're not meant to go yet. And although you can shoot them out, when you actually get to the area, the lights will be back up and working. So don't waste any bullets.
Why don't you do both of us a favor and drop this guy? A ring airfoil grenade should be quiet enough, and it'll certainly do the trick.
He's standing in a puddle.
That idiot. I like the way you think. Sticky shock him.
So yeah, I'm gonna save my ammo and just gonna take him out the old-fashioned way.
Good. Perhaps you can take care of that body. I already have our 2 earlier guests to attend to.
Sure. Thanks for the work. The gun looks good.
My pleasure. Just don't do anything with it I'll regret contributing to.
Okay, so we're done here. And now we're gonna proceed with the mission. And we're gonna meet up with Dahlia. So there's a guard over there, so we're just gonna time it. Make sure he doesn't look this way. And then we get really close to this wall. Because otherwise the person in that room will see you. And yeah, with the working lights and shadows, it's actually really easy to see where you're meant to go and where you might be spotted. So we're just gonna go down here, and there'll be a woman popping out. So we're just gonna hide in the shadow here until she approaches. So this game is full of scripts and scripted events and guards and people walking certain paths, and one way to being successful in this game is just figuring out what these paths are, just taking your time, observing them, not rushing it, and then the game is actually quite easy to complete. So we're just gonna listen in on those two. They're having a deep conversation.
People are tired and bored to stay home.
If they prefer to risk their life.
This will never change.
I don't like what happened in the grocery store.
This is almost total anarchy now.
They will never respect any of the peace roadmap anyway.
Yes, I will keep on being busy.
Speak for yourself.
Who did it?
Nobody claimed it. But you don't have to think twice to know.
Will there be any reaction?
I guess so. As usual.
Another terrorist attack and the city will blow up.
You know, we've been saying that for so long.
Nothing changes.
Only the number of dead in the list changes. It keeps growing.
So we've got 2 options here. We can just follow them down that alley, and usually that's what I did. But I saw another walkthrough on the internet, and you can actually climb up this pipe here. It's actually quite a detour. It doesn't really give you any extras, any goodies you can pick up, but it's definitely something different, and hey, why not? So someone here having a sleep. You can see the man throwing a shadow, so he's having a smoke on the other side. So we're just gonna wait for him to finish, and then we can go out the window and drop down onto the street. So yeah, quite a detour. No benefit, to be honest, but yeah, it's just one of those things. Alrighty, so here I'm just going a bit slowly because there are 3 guards ahead, and at the moment I can't see them, so I'm just hesitating a little bit and waiting for them to pop out so I know where they are. And there they are. There's the first one. So again, we can do a little detour. We can go to the right side here. So it's always a good method of looking up and having a look for anything you can hang on and chimney your way across. There's also a zip line, so we're going to use that to get across without being seen. And there's a nice shadow where we can drop down. The problem is that those 2 guards are going to come back, and they're going to walk around in this area. So we actually need to be somewhere else in order not to get spotted. Well, not spotted, but they'll basically walk into you. Yeah, I'm playing this at a resolution of 1600 by 1200, so fairly high resolution for a 2004-2005 game, and definitely quite impressive considering how old this game is, and it still looks pretty good. I mean, the light and shadow effects are still pretty awesome, and I really like the atmosphere. The dialogues are fairly cheesy, and the accents are not really good, but the game is still heaps of fun. And this is actually my very first time I'm playing this game. I did play Splinter Cell and Chaos Theory back when I was a teenager, but this game, this is my first time when playing it, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a shame you can't get it on Steam or GOG, and it's likely to do with the technical issues, because it's just so hard to play when the lights and the shadows don't work. I've done a video on my channel where on the left side I've got the game with shadows, on the right side without shadows, or the other way around, I can't remember anymore, and heaps of differences. So really good graphics as we're looking down here in the courtyard, and that's our contact, that's Dahlia, so we just gotta find a way down and meet up with her. And there's a zip line which takes us across, and then we just gotta get down onto the ground, and we can just oh yeah, here I'm shooting out some lights, and you'll actually see that the lights will be magically fixed once we actually get to that level. So because I was like thinking, hey, why not shoot him out ahead?
I have a clear identification of Dahlia. She's waiting for you near the church. She's wearing a traditional white outfit. The code is there a special hour for the mass? Answer, only in the morning.
So here we're just gonna chat to our contact, and she's gonna explain to us what's going on.
Is there a special hour for the mass?
Only in the morning. You took a long time. You're American. Who are you?
I'm friendly and looking for a friend of mine. You've seen this man?
I feel you wouldn't be asking unless I had.
What was he doing in Jerusalem?
Buying a weapon.
Details.
I don't know any. Something biological. The Syrians have supposedly had it for over a decade, but it was too dangerous to move until your friend came along with some kind of storage devices.
What was the deal?
Your friend got the biological agent. He gave the Syrians a small mountain of US currency and one of the storage devices.
Where are the Syrians? Where's the device?
I'll take you to the device, but stay out of sight. Anybody sees us together, and we'll be far from the only people killed.
Alrighty, so the task is to get this device, and she's gonna lead the way, and we basically just have to follow her, trying to stay in the shadows, and sometimes we have to create shadows. For example, this light, you have to take it out. There's no way to proceed otherwise without getting spotted. So you basically just follow her and sneak around and try to be stealthy, so fairly straightforward. Lots of guards around, so you always got to keep an eye on the people behind you and in front of you, and make sure they're not looking your way when you're in the light. And often scripts start. I think these two.
What are you doing on the street?
I'm sorry, officer. I'm heading home now.
The curfew is very clear. You're endangering yourself and others.
Of course. But my father, I have to take care of him since he was wounded in one of the attacks. I was changing his bandages and must have lost track of time. I didn't intend...
Ah, I see. Well, hurry home. And be careful.
Thank you, officer. I will.
So in this mission there are lots of little scripts that get triggered when Dahlia approaches certain people. But if you walk too slow, then those scripts don't get triggered, and it's harder for you. Then you have to distract them through whistling and things like that. Okay, and she's gonna stop, and she's just gonna wait for you to have a chat with her.
You knew I was coming.
Sure. My people contacted me. Said that if you had any doubts, to mention the name D.P. Brunton.
Alrighty, so you might be tempted to shoot out the light here and go straight ahead, but there's actually a little gap on the left side, or you can just sneak past. And there are people praying here, and you gotta time your movements with them praying basically. So when their face is pointing down, then you can move. Otherwise, they'll actually spot you and raise an alarm and investigate. Alrighty, we're all good. You can see me lots of quick saving because it's really quite a tricky level. This guard is particularly annoying. There's no way around him. We have to basically follow behind him. So as soon as he turns around and goes into the alley, we're gonna follow him. And there's another policeman up ahead, so you just got to keep the pattern in mind that they use, and just try to stay ahead. Okay, so we're good to go. And I'm getting a bit lucky with that second cop because right here I'm actually in the light and he's looking our way, but I must have been just far enough for him not to see anything. Alright, we're just gonna wait here. There's another scripted scene about to play.
What are you doing outside? We're well past curfew.
I'm so sorry. I just had to take care of my sick father. He was wounded in...
Of course, but we can't make exceptions. I'll have to insist you return to your house immediately.
Of course, officer. I'll be right on my way.
I'll escort you.
Excuse me?
These streets aren't safe, curfew or no. I'll walk you home to make sure you arrive quickly and safely.
That's not necessary.
I don't mind at all. Here, let's go.
That really won't be necessary.
There you go. So much for being a gentleman. Trying to offer to walk a lady home and you get kicked in the nuts. Alrighty, so another conversation.
Nicely done. Does this change our plan?
No. The biological sample will only be at the Shoshana warehouse for another few hours. We can't afford to let it get away. We just need to be more subtle. If I see you between here and the warehouse, I'll have to call off my part of the assignment.
Right. Is there a way I could get up on the roofs?
Yeah, that works. Over there, you should be able to get up. I'll meet you at the warehouse.
Alrighty, so we're just gonna wait for that policeman to walk away, and then we can follow him. And what we're trying to do is we're just gonna go behind him, and then we're gonna hide behind that, behind these boxes, because we want to go all the way ahead, but he's gonna turn around and go another way. So we just gotta hide here. And we're good to go. Reason I'm walking really quiet is, slowly, is the closer you are to another person, the more noise you, the easier to pick up noise. And if you walk on the second slowest setting, they will actually hear you. So you gotta be really slow when they're close, and then ramp up the speed as further away from the enemies you get. Okay, there's a pipe here, so we're gonna climb up. And this is the second home invasion, you can call it. So the second time you are passing through someone's flat. So we can see two people here chilling out in front of the TV. Unfortunately, we don't know what they're watching. They are analyzing the credits. Could be any movie, who knows. And interesting, we are in bright light and that guard does not see us coming out of the window, so it's probably something they haven't programmed for, or maybe it's because we are too far away. So Dahlia has gone the direct route, and we just gotta catch up with her. She's down here. So we're just gonna make our way down onto the street. And don't be tempted to rush ahead, because there's a guard just around the corner. So we're gonna wait for her to trigger another script.
Miss, excuse me.
Oh, thank goodness, a police officer. You startled me.
You can't be...
We don't have to take him out, we can just sneak behind him and
Imagine the type of
open the
character
door.
you could run into out here.
You need to...
I'm sorry, but I really need to get home. I shouldn't be out past curfew.
Alright, and there are two doors.
Thank you so
Take
much.
the one to the right. There are lots of goodies here, lots of ammo to pick up. And I'm gonna go up the staircase and just basically take everything that we can take. And here we are, there's another conversation to be had.
Who do the Syrians think you are?
A double agent. They think I'm betraying Mossad.
Why are you being so helpful?
Our governments are allies. Our enemies are yours.
You don't have to come to the warehouse. Teamwork isn't exactly my MO.
You can take it up with your superiors. Brunton, I believe his name was. You can follow me from the shadows. You ready? We're stirring up a nest of vipers here.
You want to come inside?
Not on your life.
Fisher, we need Dahlia Tal dead. Kill her. Don't think, just do it.
So and this is one element in the game where you have a choice. You can either shoot her or you don't. Doesn't really affect the game too much.
Damn it, Fisher. We needed her dead.
Why?
Shinbet's not playing a straight game.
It's not your job to question.
I'm going to need a little more warning to shoot unarmed women. Are we aborting the mission?
No, we can't. But you just dug yourself a deep pit to climb out of. Sign off, Brunton. We need to talk.
Get the sample as soon as possible. You're in a Fifth Freedom situation. All means are acceptable.
So yeah, you have a choice of killing her or not killing her. It affects the ending of this level. You're either faced with 4 snipers up on windows or 4 policemen patrolling the exit. And this is really quite interesting. It's this part of the mission because you can actually use your weapons and actually take out people without feeling too bad. So if you're trying to play this part non-lethal or not being seen, it's going to be very challenging. And the trick is to go for headshots, try to aim for the head. It's not really easy all the time, and a couple of shots I actually miss as well. Headshots are great. Sticky shocker is fantastic because it's one hit and it takes out the enemy. If you're using the airfoil, you have to hit him in the head for a one shot hit, or you gotta shoot him twice, or you shoot him once and then they get stunned and you follow up with a punch. So lots of guards patrolling here, so you gotta be really alert, and I always try to separate them a little bit so I can take out one without the other one hearing what's going on, and then I take out the second one. So here I used the ring foil and I didn't get the head on the second guy, so I had to follow up with a second shot. And always stash your enemies in the dark, because there are lots of other guards patrolling the area. Not this particular one, but throughout this level. I played this quite a few times this level, and I found hands down the easiest way is just to take out everyone. Don't take any chances. Just take them all out. There's another one just to the left here, so I'm just lining up my shot. And basically, there are 3 areas of interest here. There's one area that has lots of ammo, where you can restock your ammo and also a health pack. There's another station that has the objective, the device, and there's an elevator that takes you to the exit. So I'm just gonna stop talking for a while, and you can just watch me proceed to the end of this level.
We've got some bad intercepts, Fisher. You ever read the Chamberlain chapter of your history books?
No need to act cute.
Dahlia Tal is close and no doubt eager to repay your mercy.
Shinbet wants the ND-133 and knows there's no official repercussions for killing somebody who doesn't officially exist.
She's got sniper stats that could disprove Kennedy conspiracies, needless to say.
Yeah, you said jump and I didn't. When I get back to the States, I'll sit facing the corner in a cone hat.
Where did that come from?
Alrighty, so we're almost there. So depending on whether you killed her or not, the ending will be different. If you killed her, there will be 4 policemen walking around, and you have to take care of them in a non-lethal fashion. But if you let her live, it turns out she's a sniper, and a very good one, and she's gonna wait for you in the courtyard with a couple of her buddies trying to put a bullet in your head. But of course we know what's coming, so we're just gonna put a bullet in her head. Usually I don't like using night vision, but in this part of the game it's a lot easier because they really stand out. So you can kind of see her in the window, in front of the window. So to hold your breath and stop moving around, you have to hold the right mouse button. So there you go, that was Dahlia, she's gone. But there are 2 more, there's one on the left side and one on the right side. The one on the left side is quite easy to spot and take care of, but the one on the right is a bit annoying because there's a barrel that burns. It's not really burning, it's just steaming, and that really obscures your vision. So I'm just trying to line up the shot, but there's really no good spot to hide, so just gotta take it really slow. There he is, just up there. And that's it. We're ready to go to the extraction, which is just ahead. I'm going the wrong way for some reason. It's just to the left, over there. And that's it. Thanks for watching.
You and Cohen can get out of there. Mission's complete.
You think that smallpox is the real thing?
I hope to God not. There's certainly been suggestions in Syrian intelligence that they've been developing agents. All we can do is let Bellagio do his job, and hope.
You think smallpox is the Springfield demonstration?
I don't want to guess. Meet Cohen and get out of there. Your soft spot for Dahlia has cost us more in the region than you can imagine.
That's it, thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave comments below. I'm always eager to hear from you guys, and hopefully I can continue making more of these videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.